So to force those institutions that do not, based on their religious values, is a line that Australians have never, ever voted to cross. So what's driving this agenda?
In Australia, you can get a telehealth abortion in any postcode, in any location, and it can cost as little as $6.80 to end the life of your child. So cheaper than a milkshake. And that's how much the federal government subsidises abortion. The smokescreen that the Greens have used for this bill is to say that it needs to be accessible in rural and regional areas. Chris Minns, the Premier, during the election campaign, came out and said that this bill will decimate the health workforce because midwives and nurses are not going to want to do this, and he said it's an affront to religious freedom. And in the election campaign, we saw Albanese talking about how he'd come back to the faith, crying over the death of Pope Francis, going to St Mary's on Easter Sunday. He was with the Greek Orthodox in the evening. You know, they were courting the religious vote in Western Sydney, where they knew those electorates voted against same-sex marriage. They're deeply conservative electorates, and Labor fooled religious voters into thinking that they would be on their side. And within one day of Albanese winning, Chris Minns did a grubby deal with the Greens to ram this bill through the Parliament, despite all the assurances that they were going to block this bill.